So here's a piece of Canadian history I had no idea about. During the Second World War, Winnipeg had staged a fake Nazi invasion. It was called If Day. It happened on February 19th, 1942, and was meant to show people what life would be like under German occupation. The mayor was arrested, books were burned, and fake Nazis were out on the streets demanding people's identity cards. Obviously, when I heard this, I had a million questions. So I called up chief historian and the director of research at the Canadian War Museum. Hi, Tim. Thanks so much for the time. So I guess the main question that everyone has is, why did something like this happen?
Yes, how indeed could Nazis be invading and occupying Winnipeg? It was meant to be a fundraiser of sorts for the war bonds, which were meant to be bought by Canadians to help finance the war. But this had never been done before.
How did the day actually play out?
Well, Winnipeggers woke up, many of them, to find that there were Nazi soldiers on the streets. These were Canadian soldiers dressed up, had purchased costumes from a Hollywood set. They roughed up people. They threw people in jail. They declared martial law. They even had a book burning above the city. The Royal Canadian Air Force remarkably painted its aircraft to look like the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force. Just try to imagine Winnipeggers waking up to find this. It's in the middle of the Second World War, this death struggle of the Western Allies against Germany and the Axis powers. And here we have these fake, yes, but still Nazi soldiers in Winnipeg when Canadians are aware of what is happening in Western Europe and Poland and places like that, where occupiers are there putting tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands to death in the Nazi occupation, which of course will lead then more fully to the Holocaust against Jewish people and others. And that's where this falls into it, If Day. And of course, it's what if? What if the Nazis were occupying us? How would you react? Winnipeggers responded mostly with a stiff upper lip. They understood what was happening, but not all of them. And I think there was quite a lot of fear and for some trauma. And they really wanted to scare Winnipeggers and others to give that money.
Do you have any idea about how much money they raised?
As strange as it seems to us today, was very successful. It raised about $3 million in that single day after the Canadian soldiers largely swept back in mock battles and drove the Nazis out. And then there was a victory parade. So there was I suppose you could say, a happy ending to this. It's really quite remarkable.